Welcome to the Alverton at Sangotedo, one of the best off-plan deals you could ever get.
Your cars without having to wake your neighbors, where you have CCTV and good security and many other features. We'll talk about the features of the estate later. But I would like to welcome you all here this morning. I know that you've taken time out, you've cut your sleep short. Some people have come from far, some people have come from near, some people have come from probably outside Lagos to make this event. I'd like to welcome you and thank you very much for taking time out of your schedule to be with us today. I hope that you have a good time here. I hope that most of your questions will be answered here. And I hope that at the end of today, we would have a purposeful business relationship. I think looking at everybody that is here, looking at what we have on ground, I think we have all the things we need in terms of instruments to make business, to make good business. And at the end of it, at the end of this quarter, we'll all be smiling and we can do even greater business in Jesus' name. Thank you very much and welcome to the Alverton.
Thank you very much, guys. So now we are going to our engineer Femi is going to tell us more about the site and the credibility and every other thing about the engineering.
Good morning, sirs and ma'ams. Good morning, sirs and ma'ams. I'm Femi Alabi, the engineer on this Alverton project. So I want to speak briefly regards the Alverton, when we began, where we are going to, and also regards the standard procedures we follow and the standards we ensure during construction. So we began this project in November 2021. That's the setting out for this first block. The Alverton altogether has about 21 units of 2-bed, 3-bed, and 4-bed terraces, all with maid's room and all with all the rooms and suites. Regards the quality procedures we followed, the standard procedures we followed. Before construction, we brought in our soil engineers or geotech engineers. So we carried out soil tests on various spots within this plot to ensure that we get the right strata or layer that can carry the foundation loads that we'll place on the building, which actually carry the building. When we got that, we brought in our structural engineers, we carried out the structural designs, gave us the specifications for our reinforcements and how we will lay them, and also regards our concrete. Moving on forward, during construction, regards the materials we use, we make sure we purchase the highest grade of reinforcement available in the market. Regards our concrete, we make sure that at each stage of construction, we take samples to the Lagos State Material Testing Lab, we crush it so you can be sure that this building is structurally safe. Regards our block work, our blocks produced on site. If you look behind you here, you will see an aluminum zinc shed. And if you look over there, you will see a block making machine. So we produce our blocks within the site and make sure that our blocks here have higher cement quality than what you would have on the market. So one thing you can be sure of when you are buying everything is that the buildings here are structurally safe. And for anyone who wants to verify, we have reports, we have pictures of every stage of our construction and the various tests we did. So you can be sure your client is buying here, the buildings are structurally safe. Regards the aesthetics, we make sure that regards the finishing, we give something that you will love, something that you will see and you pleased with. I mean, our work speaks for itself. So I want to employ everyone here to please talk to your clients and enjoin them to make a deposit and key into the Alverton before it's sold out. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Alright, so I believe we will have questions. People have questions, right? Okay, so but before the question and answer, Barrister will be talking more about it.
Very much once again. So I would speak to the project itself, to the estate, and we'll take questions. So what we have here is 2-bedroom with maid's room, 3-bedroom with maid's room, 4-bedroom houses, and also 4-bedroom with maid's room. We have 4 blocks in all. This is one block standing now. There's another block that's going to face this block just here, and there's another block facing another block there. So like I said before, that we're trying to create a community. We have a kids playground that will be located somewhere here, around where you have the container there. You have a gym that's already built to the right hand side. We have other features in the estate. There's CCTV, there's uniform security. We have a automated media system in the houses. It comes in each unit. all the DSTV and air conditioning have been pre-installed to a certain extent. So you might not have AC in your unit, it might not come with AC, but it will already come with the piping for AC. So you don't have to break walls to install your AC. Then we try to have something extra here. So we have backyard garden. You know, backyard garden is something that people used to like a long time ago, but because of how people build now and try to use up land, you rarely get it anywhere. So if you look at the back of the unit, you see that each of the units have like a garden at the back. And a lot of foreign clients like the idea of a backyard garden. So if you also have foreign clients that you're talking to, it's a big attraction for them. Aside that, you have a fitted kitchen in all the units. So by the time we open and you go around, you see how the kitchens come out. Now, it's important to mention that when we started the project, we wanted to, our main goal was to solve most of the problems in the industry at the time. And what were the problems? You had issues of trust. You know, people wanted to be sure they're buying stuff with good title. You have issues with parking. People don't want to park where they have to go and wake their neighbors before they move their cars. You had issues with size of rooms. We ensured that all the rooms were standard sizes, including the maid's room. And when you go around, you will see for yourself. A lot of people also care about security. So as you look at the fence, we're still having an electric wire going over the entire fence because a lot of people worry about security, especially in Nigeria. We have uniformed security men that would be on patrol 24 hours in the estate. We have water that has already been installed for the entire estate. You know, so you find that most of the things that people worry about when they have, because the idea is we want clients that will subscribe, and when they are here, they are not costing the developer. We want them to be happy, so that next time they want to buy another unit or their sister, their brother wants to buy, they can quickly call you and say, I want something like this. Outside of this, I think because a lot of people put up their hands that they are new and this is their first time here. So I'm sure you have a lot of questions, right? I would want to take a few questions from people that might have questions. People that might have questions here. Is that okay? Okay, good question. So I don't know if everybody heard him, but his question was that if a client subscribes to a unit or more, how long does it take for the unit to be ready? So before I answer the question, let me quickly run through the fact that we have flexible payment options. So we have outright payment that is 0 to 3 months. We have installment payment that is 0 to 6 months. And we have another installment payment that is 0 to 12 months. So you have different levels of subscription. Now if a client subscribes to a unit, because we are not waiting for the client to subscribe before we deliver the unit, our standard offer is 3 to 6 months to deliver your unit. Now we have units that are near ready that we can deliver in 30 days, you know, if you subscribe to it. But the standard practice from our end is 3 to 6 months. So you can just say 6 months. 6 months after completion of payment. You know, that's also important. You know, you have clients that can deposit and not complete the payment. So 6 months maximum after completion of payment. Right. But 6 months can be as early as 1 month. You know, the work is not going to stop. We are going to continue the work at this pace. We are going to even step up the pace now, because we want to try and achieve most of the development before rainy season. So between now and April, we want to do a lot of work on site and have all the structures standing significantly. So I don't know if that answers your question. All right, thank you.
Who else has a question?
Okay, good question. So, but let me make a joke before I answer the question. So I go to filling station, you want to buy fuel. You know, you have to, it's when you are buying that, you know the price, right? So, but it's not that bad. Our own is not bad like filling station where you have to find out the price of it. So the price before was what you saw, and he said 45 million, right? So let me just say what the price is now. You know, the price now is 49 million for the 2-bed with maid room. The price is 55 million for the 3-bed with maid room, and the price is 57 million for the 4-bed. All outright payment. Now, if you are paying in installment, there's a bit of a premium, very slight premium. So there's an additional money you pay if you are paying for 6 months, which I believe is 1 million naira, and if you are paying for 12, 1.5 million. In addition to the, but that's all these prices I've given is what the price is today. Yes, I'm assuming that your clients are subscribing now, they're subscribing this month. After this quarter, we might do a review again. Yeah, but I assure you that these prices are very good prices, probably the best you get for the size. You know, anywhere around. The only person that can compete with us is anything BRG is doing. Apart from that, it's only Jupiter that can compete. So the price change has already been effected. So the price before now, before 31st of January, the prices came into effect on the 31st of January. Before 31st of January, the units were cheaper. You know, so that's why sometimes you might have seen other prices. So, any other question? Please, we need questions. You know that your clients will ask so many questions, and the more we can answer these questions, the more confident, you know, the sales transaction will go.
Hello, good morning, everybody.
Yeah, good morning.
What is the title document of this?
Is C of O Governor's Consent. The entire span of
Land.
Ajaya Pata, inclusive of Fara Park, is on a global scale. Yeah, but there is consent for this particular unit as well. So we are good.
You said 6 months after 100% payment.
Correct.
Please, could you define that 6 months after 100%? Is it that if a person finishes paying September, you now start counting from September to another 6 months?
Correct. Yeah.
So let him pass.
So
Correct.
if he made the initial deposit January and finishes the payment by September, so you start counting 6 months for that September, right?
Yes. But note that this is at maximum, just to give us comfort. You know, if you have a client that is saying that they want to pay now, but they need to move into their unit by December, we can make it happen. You know, all that is just contract. But I'm telling you what the standard play is from my side.
Okay, my question is regarding the backyard garden. Do you have any specific things that could be planted there?
It's grass and trees. Each unit will, I mean, so yeah, there might be a good reason why she's asking.
Okay, let me ask because actually just a few days ago I was actually talking with someone and the person was very particular about backyard garden. She was telling me that she has a friend in Canada and she showed her that in her backyard she has a lot of vegetables. So and I was like, well, in Lagos here, most developers don't approve of such things. So I want to just ask, does it include vegetables? As in, what's
I believe so. So if you have a client that is specific about what they want to plant in their own backyard garden, we can just make out the space and leave it for them. Right. So long is not something that can affect the aesthetic value of the entire estate. Yeah. So if you come now and say because you're a cocoa merchant and you want to plant a cocoa tree, you might have an issue. But I think every other thing will be fine. And most vegetables look nice anyways, whether
Exactly.
it's for consumption or not.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's good to be done.
I'm concerned about the kitchen. Is it going to be fitted as a refrigerator?
Buildings like that. People will ask you, what is the square meter size of the toilet? What is the square meter size?
Yeah, that's true.
So we have drawings that we can always share. I don't know if you're on any of the groups, you can just request the drawing and can send to you. The reason is, you know, the square meter for like this block now, a lot of people will walk into some of these blocks and assume that the size of this one that you've entered is the size of this one. It's not so. You know, the 4 units in the middle here, there are 2 bedroom maid room. The first and the last one, there are 3 bedroom maid room. The 3 bedroom maid room, they are bigger in size. So if you measure this now, you think that that's the size they are selling. It's not always so. So it's better if we know the unit you are interested in, and then we give you the drawing for that unit, right? But I can assure you that all the consideration have been made with space before we started the construction, so you'll be fine.
Good morning, house.
Good morning.
Please, I want to ask about the kitchen. You said it's a fully fitted kitchen. So I want to understand the meaning behind fully fitted.
Okay, good question. Let me first clarify that I didn't say fully at any point.
Okay, maybe that was a mistake.
So it's a fitted kitchen.
Okay.
All the units come with fitted kitchen. Because what's fully to you might be different from what's fully to me.
Okay.
So there are some things that you can play with that everybody will need in a kitchen, like a gas burner, extractor. It comes with a gas burner, extractor, oven. Right. Those things go with the fitting of the kitchen. So that's there.
So it comes with the gas burner, the extractor.
Yes,
oven.
because the extractor is hidden, so they would have done it with the kitchen. You won't see it. It's just inside one of the cupboards. That's the extractor. You see when you're going. Yeah, but there are other things that we are not putting.
Okay.
So you might see in sample units, e.g. the fridge. We'll make out the space for the fridge there, and that's because a lot of people have their fridge. A lot of people want different sizes. But the advantage is once your client is paying off plan,
Okay.
your client can tell us, do you have a single door fridge? Do you have a double door fridge? When we are doing your kitchen, we can put that into consideration. Yeah.
Okay. That's fine.
So I think there's also space for washing machine, right? But you bring your washing machine yourself. But your burner, your extractor, and your oven will come with the kitchen. Yeah. More questions?
So, what's the ROI for somebody getting it current price? And yes, what's the first question?
ROI over what period?
6 months.
So you are asking me to predict the future.
Yes.
Because you will review the price now.
Say, so I'll tell you what I would typically do, so that
Okay.
you don't. Because if you just say something, it's your opinion at the end of the day. The only way to solve that problem is to go back to 6 months ago, and check what was the price 6 months ago,
Okay.
and what is the price now. So you can use that to tell your client that based on this, I can tell you that in 6 months' time, the price would have gone up another 6 or so million. I think the price as of December was 6 million naira less than what it is now. So if you are adding on 6 million in 6 months, you can then factor how to project what you want to call your ROI. But ROI also depends on tenure. So I would typically use a longer time frame so that it's more attractive to the prospect. I don't know if you know what I mean.
What is going to
Also, when will the project be completed?
We hope to complete the project by end of this year.
Oh.
End of this year. We have people that have to move in before the middle of this year anyways. But what we are doing is we are going to continue building in a way that you can live in your house even if there's still some work going on. But we want to leave the site by end of this year.
Alright, so I would like to know documentation attached to it.
Okay, so what is the documentation? I think you're not talking about tax document. You're talking about the documentation that your clients will get if they subscribe. Okay, you have a receipt, you have a contract of sale when you pay deposit, and then when you complete your payment, you get a survey in your name, you get 6 sets of deed of assignment, and you get something that you get a sign from 1C because you need it for your consent if you want to do your consent, and you get something called an estate covenant. So we have like a 27-page document that talks about what and what you can do in the estate. Not so much to restrict, but to maintain the quality and standard of the estate. So for example, somebody cannot come now and say it's my house and say I want to fence this place and then fence off the entire front of his own house. So if you want to put some kind of
barricade
fence, it has to not be taller than a particular meter. You can't say you want to change something in the exterior of your house, that is going to make the entire building look different. I mean, you can make your amendments to the inside of your house, but you know that your house is tied to other people's houses. You can't say you like lions, so you want to keep a lion in your house. So if you want to keep a dog, it has to be a pet dog and all of that. So those are the kind of things you will find in the covenant. More questions?
More questions?
When everybody is doing like we're talking about
you drop the life.
You said there are some units that are near finishing.
Yes.
That means they have not been taken, they are available for us.
Yeah, they've not been allocated.
Like how many units do you have?
So let's say we have like 3 units that you can subscribe to and we can deliver in say 30 to 45 days.
They did this by themselves. Wow.
Maximum.
Any more questions?
Good morning, everyone. Yeah, Barrister, please. During the course of your presentation, you did make mention of the 2-bedroom with maid's room, 3-bedroom with maid's room, and 4-bedroom with maid's room, and the other without maid's room. Which of these two is the one categorizing under the Alverton King, as stated in your flight?
It's a 4-bedroom. It's without a maid's room. Okay. So because the 3-bedroom is massive, and the maid's room of the 3-bedroom is a standard room. So what we do is have an option to make it into a room that opens to the inside. So you can sell the unit as a 4-bedroom house. But because we have a block that we haven't yet commenced, we have the option to make a 4-bedroom with a maid's room for you if you're trying to insist on that. But to answer your question, is the 4-bedroom without maid's room. Right? That's the Alverton King. So we try to call the pieces, we name the buildings by chess pieces. So you have the Alverton Bishop, which is a 2-bedroom with maid's room. You have the Knight, which is, the Queen, which is the 3-bedroom with maid's room, and then you have the King, which is the 4-bed. Any more questions?
There's one here.
Good morning, everyone. My question is, you made mention of the amount for each of those units available. I want to know if that price are all inclusive.
Excellent, thank you very much. I should have mentioned that before because it's part of our unique selling proposition. So I should have mentioned it. Thank you for bringing that up. So we try to, part of the problems that we also find in the industry is the confusion with price. After a client has paid and then give them a bill of 1.something million to pay for survey or to pay for document, sometimes it causes a bit of back and forth between the consultant and the buyer. So what we've done is to make our prices all inclusive. So the prices that I've called already include development levy, survey and documentation. Okay. So you don't have to pay anything extra. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.